we thought the Stellar Blade could save us on the monthly revenue charts and make us finally top 1 on Nikke, but sadly we were wrong. Nikke has barely gotten any increase in revenue with Stellar Blade. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on with the revenue, as usual, every single month, right? With these beautiful numbers that, as usual, right? As usual, and as you all know, these are not only estimates, but for the most part, they are fake numbers, all right? Like, it is fun. It's always good to make fun of the games that are making less money, but at the end of the day, it's nothing but a trend indicator. This is not real revenue, because unless the company is public, you do not know how much they make, right? We gotta always put the notice in front of these videos. That said, let's talk a little bit about these games, what's going on June 2025, and what games are on top of the revenue chart. Starting, of course, with Genshin Impact, making 65 mil. Why did Genshin double this month, guys? Is there an event going on? Is there a big event, big anniversary or something going on? Because usually Hoyo games only double when there is something big going on, but I don't follow them or play any of them, so I can say. Love and Deep Space losing the #1 status to Genshin Impact. Pokemon TCG Pocket, I still don't understand why this game is here, considering there is so many other games on this style that are not really gachas, but follow this monetization. Like, you could fucking put in this chart Clash Royale if you wanted, and it's gonna be the same as Pokemon TCG Pocket. But again, I could see why it's here, so we'll leave it there. 7 Nights Rebirth of 40 million. What the fuck? I'm waiting for this game when it comes to global. For those of you who don't know, we have a small list of games coming out. This one in particular is coming out on September 30. I am not sure if I'm gonna be playing it or not heavily, because the biggest issue I have with this game is that I think it's oriented towards PvP, because if I remember correctly, I was checking a couple videos, a couple sheets with good content, and of course, I've seen a lot of speed stats on the gear, and every time I see a speed stats on the gear, you know what's going on. So we'll see. We will try the game though and see if it's good or not. There's also, of course, Wuthering Waves, CCC, and Naruto Mobile, as usual, at the head, right, on top of this list, making really good money. We do not care about these games though. Let's talk about the important one. Nikke, Days of Victory, 21 million only. Only Kim cannot eat with this much. Alright guys, we need to spend more. We need to be spending more for our boy. So as you can see, CN is making in total around like 8 million supposedly, while Global is making around what, 12, 13 mil, whatever it is. And then the Taiwanese and home conversion being the one with less money, or where people are spending the less. Now, again, even if this is fake, it's still funny that they gave so much control to Tencent when they are not spending that much money, right? Now, we will never really know if this is really less or not, because as you can see, this is just a multiplier from EOS. So we don't even know like a close estimate, because at least you could say Sensor Tower are close estimates, but when it comes to these multipliers, it's absolutely just invented. Still, it's nice to see that the game is still healthy. 21 millions for an idle game. This is an idle game at the end of the day, right? It's fantastic money. There is nothing else to say. Like, considering other idle games on this list, right, they don't make as much money. And considering this is a waifu collector at the end of the day, if you compare this to other titles that are on a similar position, be it Blue Archive, be it your Azur Lane, even though those tend to just go more for the fan service, right? But still, it's on a really good position. So, Nikke is going nowhere for now. I hope at some point we start losing money, because that's when we will be seeing quality of life and actually increase fan service, like it or not, right? So, yes, I hope we start seeing less money at some point. Gundam Generational Eternal. I still don't know how this shit is making so much money. I understand it's because the Gundam fanbase is starved for a good game. I don't think this is a good game, but who I have to complain, considering, you know, some of the shit that I play. So, no judgment, alright? Shadowverse also released recently with really bad reviews on Steam, making 17 million, even though with all of these awful reviews, I'm surprised they're making that much. I'm not into PvP, I'm not into card games, so I'm not gonna be trying this one. Dragon Ball Legends, 14 mil, Light and Night, whose bundle game doing 13, I assume there is anniversary or not going on. Monster Strike, the Stockholm Syndrome on JP, 13 million on a game that was published or was started when was this released? Exactly, if anyone remembers when this was released, but this is like 10, 13 years old, bro. It's so old, it makes so much money, I don't understand how. Uma Musume making 11. It's not even like going that higher. To be fair, it was released pretty recently on Global, right? But still, Global didn't even make 1,000,000 in this like last week of the month, which is surprising. I'm pretty sure even Silver and Blood made more money than Uma Musume by these estimates, right? And both having a PC client as well. Cookie Rank Kingdom 11. Is there any of the games we care about here though? Like yesterday, I'm not gonna go in game by game. I don't care about half of these titles. I care about the ones I am personally playing myself. BD2 making 5 million was an anniversary. I played for like a week. I had a lot of fun. Blue Archive making 4.3, going down a little bit. Persona 5 just released almost 4 mil. See, this is a good increase from only the Chinese version, I believe. Also to release in Global, making with JP and Global decent money, but it looks like JP is the one carrying still and not the other versions. That said, Memento Mori, everyone's favorite, going down. It used to be 5 million stable, now it's 3 only. Is the MP3 playlist losing popularity? We'll see. Is there anything else in here that we can... Oh, there you go, Silver and Blood, for example, here. It's making 2.4, so more than Uma Musume, considering it's the global version, even though they also have CN, but it was released at the same time everywhere, so maybe it's not a fair comparison with Uma Musume. Still pretty good money considering this is Moonton. I did spend money. I'll be making a video tomorrow going over my spending for June and whatnot. The game, it's really fun if you like auto battlers. It's a fresh air in the sense of most gacha waifu collectors usually go for the android girls troop. And this game was directly fantasy-wise, full vampires. The MC is not the self-insert, it's on the story. So they actually went ahead and took like a different route than most waifu collectors, and the game is doing pretty well so far. So happy with that, even though the company is not the best one out there. Anything else we care about on the top of the list? Not really, I'm gonna be honest, okay? Because the rest of these games, unless it's one of the ones we cover, I either don't play them, I don't know enough to talk about them, and I cannot provide, anything really insightful. Unless it's Trical Revive, the Korean version making 1.3, still growing. Please, Epic, give us Global. We're waiting for Global, we need this version, alright? Epic Games, 1.3, we will carry Global to the top of the charts. Fantastic game. They released a new girl recently. She's been getting so much art, and I got the background for my phone about her. The new girl looks fantastic. Okay? This is the new girl, of course. This is the fan art. If we talk about like in-game, she looks completely different, right? Cheeky game is cheeky game. But if we go to characters, she's a light unit. She's this one. So hey, from in-game to the art people are making, 10 out of 10 difference. Still, the game doing well considering it's a niche Korean game. It's doing pretty well, 1.3 mil. Outside of that, I am still surprised Realms of Pixel is surviving and making this much money, 1 mil. Sword of Convalaria increasing to 865. Even though I don't play the game because the auto was pretty bad, I'm happy that the game is still making money. The art is fantastic, and if you like Final Fantasy Tactics, you will love the game. Parallel Mystic Mayhem was released the same day as Uma Musume, Persona, Silver and Blood. Not making a lot of money, 700k. I personally don't like the game. I tried the beta and it wasn't into it really. The raids seem stingy. I don't know if the full release of the game is also stingy or not, but I didn't bother too much with it, honestly. Mobile Suit Gundam, UC Engage, still making money. Is there any other game here we can talk about? Snowbreak losing a lot. What's going on with the Snowbreak, guys? Isn't it anniversary or is anniversary this month? Because I did see a trailer for the second anniversary or whatever it is, and it was looking pretty nice, but that's a big drop. Are people spending more on PC? Are people spending just less overall since the game is, as far as I remember, free-to-play friendly? What's going on with Snowbreak? Snowbreak bros, let me know in the comments. Lost Sword, 350k. Hey, it's fine. Next week, Global is coming out. We shall carry this game as well. I think this game is always going to be niche. I'm even surprised Pride when took on covering the game, considering it's a full Kummer game and it's pretty niche. Pride went, stop stealing my Google ranks, okay? I need to be number 1 on the tier list for Google. Shout out to Pride. That said, Mirror Star Legends, everyone's favorite Crunchyroll game, going up to 200k. Stop spending money in this shit, please. Let it die. Let another Crunchyroll game just die. And then at the bottom of the list, right? At the bottom of the list, Memento 160, bro. even with the global release, 160 is nothing. Like, this game has such a high production value, but they just were so fucking lazy with it. No global promotions, no nothing, full PvP, you need a lot of I don't know, it makes no fucking sense. But it is what it is. Like most gacha developers, it doesn't make sense what decisions they take. Lord of Nazarick, I hope it dies soon, another Crunchyroll game. Willow Chow, we've been waiting for a while for the global version. I don't think it's gonna be coming anytime soon. Starseed, 120k on the global version, including the Korean one or not? Oh no, it's not including Korean, so I assume it's the same client? Is it the same client though? I'm pretty sure it's not. It's a different version altogether. Starseed is fine, guys, okay? We are not dying. We will be seeing a resurgence soon. We need new players. Download the game today and join our guild. Cat Fantasy somehow is still surviving. Monuments, after getting the review from Psyche and a few videos to getting pretty popular, was added to the list, making 100k. As far as I know, it's a small development team, so it's enough for them, but hopefully it grows because it looks like a project that actually puts more effort than other gacha games. It's a gacha game still, which is trash, but amongst the gachas is on the better side, right? So that said, I don't think there's anything else in this list that we care about. Haze River was added, making 80k. Haze River fanservice 10 out of 10. The rest is a 0. Higan Eruthyll, of course, 4k. And I'm even surprised, One Punch Man World, 6k. This most likely will be the next Crunchyroll game to die, and Drive 9 is already on EOS, so people are barely spending any leftover money. And that said, I'm surprised with a few of the games at the bottom of the list. I am surprised Nikke CN is not making more money. I thought with how much priority they're giving to the game and how much quality of life they're getting as well, it was gonna be making a lot more, but then again, God knows how reliable these CN numbers are, right? That said, CN is not carrying Nikke. Shift up, give us the fucking fan service to us. We're the ones making you money, alright? Just saying. That's gonna be it for this video though, enough with yapping about revenue and fake numbers. Beautiful people, we're gonna be live later, playing gacha games, having a great day, chilling with the boys. If you wanna come by, say hello, link in the description down below. Good luck with your pool dinner rates, and I'll see you in the next one.